All right, let's talk about a problem that honestly almost every single business is facing right now, whether they realize it or not. It's called the digital skills gap. But here's the thing. It's more than just a challenge. It's a massive hidden opportunity. And if you get this right, you could gain a serious competitive advantage. So, let's dig in.
I want to start with this question right here, because it really gets to the heart of the matter. We all spend so much money on the latest tech, right? But what if our teams, what if they aren't actually equipped to use it? You have to ask yourself, is that shiny, expensive new software actually creating more problems than it's solving?
You see, to really get a handle on this whole skills gap thing, we have to take a step back and look at the new digital reality we're all operating in. The ground is constantly shifting under our feet, and it's being moved by some incredibly powerful forces.
And look, these are not just buzzwords. These are the actual engines that are remaking how business is done. I mean, think about it. A CRM system automates how you track your customers. AI can literally predict what they're going to buy next. But, and this is a big but, if your team can't make sense of the data from that CRM, or they don't understand the AI's recommendations, then these amazing, powerful tools, they're really just expensive decorations. And all of this rapid technological change, well, that's what creates our core problem. It's this growing divide between the tools we have and the skills we actually need to use them effectively. This is what everyone is talking about when they say the skills gap. But what does that really mean for your business on a day-to-day basis?
At its heart, it's pretty simple. It's a mismatch. It's that space between the skills you need to compete in today's market and the skills your team actually has right now. The concept is straightforward, but trust me, leaving that gap open can be incredibly dangerous for your company's future.
And we're not just talking about knowing how to use one specific app. No, the gap is much deeper than that. We're talking about a lack of basic digital literacy, the ability to just look at a spreadsheet full of data and make a smart, informed decision. And maybe most importantly, the ability to adapt when a brand new platform comes along next quarter, because you know it will. So what happens if you just ignore it? Hope it just sorts itself out? Well, the consequences are pretty severe. This is definitely not a minor issue you can just kick down the road until next year.
This right here, this reframes the entire problem. Choosing to ignore the skills gap isn't just a minor oversight, it is a fundamental, top-level failure of strategy that puts the entire business at risk.
And these aren't just a random list of bad things. They're a domino effect. Think about it. When productivity drops, your team naturally becomes inefficient. That means you start missing out on growth opportunities that your competitors are probably jumping all over. Pretty soon, your customers start to notice the slip in quality, and then suddenly, you're not just stagnant, you're actively falling behind.
Okay, but it is not all doom and gloom. In fact, this is where it gets really interesting. For companies that decide to be proactive about this gap isn't a threat at all. It's actually the single biggest opportunity you have right now to pull way ahead of the competition.
So really, every organization is standing at a crossroads. There are two clear paths. Down one path, the path of inaction, you've got lagging innovation and unhappy customers. But the other path, the proactive one, that leads to something so much better. A resilient business, much deeper customer engagement, and a team that's actually ready for whatever change comes next.
At the end of the day, this isn't about some quick fix. It's about playing the long game. As the source material puts it so well, bridging the gap is necessary to sustain long-term sales and marketing effectiveness and serve as a competitive advantage. In other words, you're turning your people into your most powerful, most sustainable weapon in the market.
So we know the stakes are high, and we can all see the opportunity here. The final and most important question is, what do we actually do? How do you build that bridge from where you are to where you need to be? Well, it turns out there's a clear, strategic way to get it done.
The solution really boils down to a focused three-part strategy. First, targeted training that addresses the specific skills your team is missing right now. Second, you need strategic upskilling programs. These are designed to elevate your entire workforce's capabilities for the future. And finally, none of it works without proactive management actions that create a culture where learning and adapting is just what you do.
And so that brings us right back to where we started, with a question for you. I want you to really think about your own organization. Are the actions you're taking right now building a bridge to future success, or are you, maybe without even realizing it, letting that gap grow wider every single day? The choice and the opportunity is yours.